We are recording.
We're doing it. Welcome back.
First
Welcome back.
YouTube video here. So, here we go. We're going to be doing some pumpkin beers today.
Yeah, everyone's favorite. It is the season, hence the spooky shirt.
We are super stoked to be doing this.
When was the last time you had a pumpkin beer, Brian?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I don't think I had one at all last year.
It's probably been a decade or so for me
Yeah.
since I've had one. It's what I remember it tasting like in my brain.
And we have a couple that are have lactose in them as well.
So this guy,
Yeah.
lactose intolerant. Here we go.
It's gonna be
Sips,
great.
baby sips.
Obviously, we're gonna be doing all sorts of graphics in here and whatnot. But one of the most important ones we have going is
fancy wheel.
our picker wheel.
Yeah.
So it's gonna help us pick which ones we have. Our beers range from I know the high end is 13.9%. Thank you, Prairie. I think our lowest is like 4.4.
Let's start strong.
Let's start strong.
See what the wheel says.
So, wheel says. You almost got your wish. Pumpkin lager.
Pumpkin lager. All right.
From I don't know why the confetti
Lakefront? Is it Lakefront?
Lakefront. All right, let's dig through our pile of beers here. Ignore all the ice things, and yeah.
It's not that one. It's not that one.
It's one of these
It's
here.
one of the 12-ounce cans, isn't it?
Yeah. Nope, not that one.
It's not that one.
we're
We've
nailing
got a great
it
setup here.
There
There
we
it
go.
is.
So this
Up to the
is
camera
from
for the folks.
Lakefront Brewery. Oh, here, let me turn off the
yeah.
wheel. That might help. Here we go. So Lakefront Brewery. They're
Where are they out
based out of. Where were they based out of? That's a good question. Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
So let's dive into this beer, shall we?
go.
And
First of
we're only
many.
going to be doing. We're not drinking, lots of them. We're just doing little samples.
Yeah.
We can't.
We have
drink
14
all these-
beers.
I mean, we must be doing the eggnog challenge if we
Oh,
were.
God.
Yeah. So
Ugh.
here we go. Ooh, that didn't sound very crispy.
Yeah. It's a pumpkin beer. What do you expect?
All right.
Oh, boy. Here we go. First of 14.
All right, so our judging criteria, we're going to be judging off of aroma, appearance, flavor, the mouthfeel of it.
Overall.
And overall. And then we will be totaling all those up and going over what we come up with for
Our findings.
our findings
Yes.
and determining which our favorite beer is and maybe drinking the rest of that beer.
Yeah, because
We'll see. Hopefully it's not a one that with lactose in it.
otherwise that's on you.
Or the
that's on you.
14.9%.
Hey, I'd be okay with that one.
Yeah, and don't expect us to be chugging any beers because we are not. So let's go ahead and dive into
All right, let's dive into
our first beer. Cheers, sir.
Cheers, sir.
Clink.
Clink. Tap.
All right, so as far as aroma,
Yeah, I'm getting ginger and allspice.
yeah, I'm definitely
And clove.
I'm definitely getting that clove. So on aroma, we'll be judging up to 12 points.
It's kind of hard with these little cups
It is a
to
little bit harder.
pick up aromas.
It's not a bad smell though.
No, it's not.
So
it's not.
I'm gonna give it.
Out of aroma, I'm gonna give that a 9.
I'm gonna give it 8. That's what I was
Give it a
thinking.
9 on that.
No, I was thinking an 8. So
Appearance, it's got a nice.
it's got a good.
I mean, once again, with this little
With the
cup,
glass, yeah. Obviously, we're making it a little bit more challenge. So the appearance is going off at just a 3. You know what?
I'm gonna give it a 2.
You're gonna give it a 2. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3 on appearance. For flavor,
Let's go. It's a lager. That's about what I expected. Yeah. To be honest,
Yeah.
I expect a lot of them to kind of taste like this.
yeah, definitely thinking about that.
It isn't terrible.
No, it's definitely not terrible.
It definitely has like a lager, like cleanness to it. It's
yeah, but
know,
definitely getting a lot of the allspice on it.
yeah.
If
And
you will.
I can taste. It says real pumpkin. I feel like I can taste the pumpkin.
So flavor is going to be out of 20.
Yeah.
This is probably where we're gonna be down.
Yeah.
Grading a lot of these down. I'm gonna go with 12.
I was about to say 12 or 11.
Now, for the mouthfeel, it doesn't, which is kind of a weird term for beers. It's basically how it fills the mouth, right?
Yeah, like you've got carbonation, you've got is mouthfeel also like once you're done drinking, like does it
How it
does
lingers
if it
and
coats your
stuff.
tongue, or
Yeah.
if it coats your palate.
This is gonna be out of 5.
I'll give it a 3.
I'm thinking 4.
I'll give it
honestly.
a 3. Just because it has that lager mouthfeel. It's kind of crisp.
Overall,
it's got a good carbonation.
Overall, out of 10, which is the top end for overall, I'm gonna give it 8.
I'm gonna go with 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so then you can write down that too. All right. So first one's done.
Not terrible.
We'll come back and total up all these at the end.
I'm kind of glad we started with the lager
With
since
a
it
lager,
is like
absolutely.
the cleanest flavor.
Yeah.
And what was the ABV did we determine?
The
on this?
lakefront lager, that one is 6.1.
6.1.
Yes.
Nice.
So let's
Let's
get ourselves a couple another
to the
glasses
side
here. And I need to turn the wheel back on.
The wheel.
And so the lager should now be gone from there, right?
Is it gone? Yeah, I think so.
It is gone. So
Yeah.
time
It
for the
worked.
next one.
It worked,
So
Brian. Congratulations.
let's. I know. I'm very rusty when it comes to videos. Hence why this video is our first one as well. Oh man, I think we're gonna get probably what
one is
I'm
this?
hoping is one of our
All
favorites,
right. Fat Orange Cat.
which is gonna be Fat Orange Cat,
Yes.
Pumpkin Patch Kittens. We actually have 2 from Fat Orange Cat.
Oh, we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
One is the latte one though.
It's gonna be a sipper.
It's gonna be definitely
be
a
a
sipper. So let's dive into the
Fat Orange Cat.
Fat Orange Cat. That should be one of the taller cans as well.
Gotta, get through the.
As
ice
we go
baths.
through these, we'll get better. And if you want to help contribute, he found it. We were hoping that we were going to have some help. Unfortunately, we didn't get any help today either. So Fat Orange Cat. I'm surprised it's not blurring out the.
I know
all
the
green on it.
Yeah.
So you want to start pouring that one for us, sir? So Fat Orange Cat, the Pumpkin Patch Kittens is 7%, and as we're very familiar with Fat Orange Cat,
Yeah,
we
huge
know
fan.
it's out of New Haven.
Yeah. What is it? A
Connecticut.
12% like beer
12%
project or
beer project.
something?
We have a couple 12% beer project ones.
This looks like a hazy.
I think it is a hazy, which is the weird part too. So we have definitely a gambit of beers as far as styles, but they all have pumpkin in it. So yeah, this is listed as a New England style India Pale Ale.
Interesting.
With pumpkin.
With pumpkin. Okay.
So-
well, I guess you can put pumpkin in anything and call it a New England IPA, or turn anything into a
New England IPA. Yes.
All right, clink.
Clink.
Cheers.
Cheers, sir. All right. So first things first is the aroma, right?
Oh, that does not smell like pumpkin at all.
No, it smells like a New
It
England
smells
IPA.
very citrusy. That is. Actually, the more I'm smelling it,
I like
it's
it.
like kind of tangerine and like mango.
Yeah, I'm not getting
It's super fruity.
any
This is-
pumpkin on it, but
Not at
again,
all.
the IPAs are going to mask a lot
Yeah.
of that type of stuff. I'm not mad at it though.
Yeah, so far
I'm going to give it a 10.
Yeah, me too. Based on an aroma,
Appearance, knowing
it's a
that
hazy?
it's a hazy.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
It looks accurate. I'm going to go with a 3 as
it's
well.
hard to tell the head retention on these little plastic cups.
And,
but
and luckily, this doesn't have like certain criterias, and the judging are going to be based off of
Yeah.
that. But we don't have that.
if we were getting into detail, we would be like, little to no head retention. It's got like a nice white foam to it.
Yeah.
But we're not getting into that much
So
of the details
flavor.
here. So
That is interesting.
that's not what I was expecting at all.
That's not bad.
It kind of tastes like candy.
It does taste like candy. I get a little bit like almost like that pumpkin
Yeah.
initially, but you're still getting that IPA on it. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad about that at all.
I'm not going to rate it a 20.
no, I'll give it a 15.
I was thinking like a 16.
Up.
Maybe even 18 on the high note.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and split it and say 17 then, out of 20.
That is different. That is different.
I don't know if I'd be able to drink a lot of it though.
Yeah, no, I would. This is a one and done, maybe a half of one for me. Mouthfeel, it's
It's
I'm
gonna
crisp, and it's like an IPA.
I'm gonna give it a 4 again.
Yeah,
on
I'm
it.
gonna go with the 4 on that one. overall, I'm gonna go an 8.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go one higher than my previous.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna keep mine at an 8 though. All right, so that
is interesting. I just think it's funny that we're going from a lager right to an IPA.
That is definitely. We are not going to be doing it the correct way.
No.
We talked about it, and we determined that the wheel thing, letting the wheel,
the
randomness, it makes it more unique.
Yeah, and it makes it more fun to just be like, well, we don't know what the hell we're getting.
Well, we're going to go with the lightest ABV and end on the high ABV.
Yeah, because in my world, I would like to start with that Prairie Artisan, starting right at 14, and then everything else is just like, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to have a flavor to it.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's
Not bad.
get down to business.
Not
Let's
bad.
pull the wheel back up, shall we, and see what is going to be next.
Wheel time.
Wheel time.
In wheel time.
And wheel time. Puns. All the puns. Oh, we're going to go straight to the next Fat Orange Cat?
Looks like it.
Yes, we are. The pumpkin spice latte.
Okay, just a little bit of that for Connor over here.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah. We're definitely. So I will.
I think
that's
it
going
was
to be.
in the back.
That is one of the. Because I think I bought a 4-pack of that one. It fell down.
That's right here.
Oh, no. Is there not one in there? Ooh, I'm shaking everything here. So, yes. The Fat Orange Cat pumpkin spice latte is a 6%. Obviously, it is. I can't remember the style on it right off, but I think it is just like a oatmeal stout.
Oh, boy.
So we're going from an IPA now to a
stout.
To a stout.
With coffee. And
it says with pumpkin spice and coffee.
And lactose.
I mean, maybe it doesn't have any lactose in it.
I don't know. If anything that's latte is usually implied.
It's a lot of lactose.
Hey. Oh yeah, that definitely has lactose.
Okay, so we just get a little sippy sip there for.
Okay,
I'll pour myself a little extras in, and probably regret that I did that.
That smells really good.
All right.
Definitely coffee.
So, obviously the aroma, definitely coffee.
Yeah, I don't really know if I get much of the spice out of that.
I can smell a little bit of spice on it.
A little bit.
I'm gonna go with a 9 on aroma.
I'll go with a 9 for it being a oatmeal stout with coffee.
On the appearance, it's an oatmeal stout. It's gonna be hard to tell.
Yeah, it's dark.
I mean,
dark.
it's very dark. I'm not mad at it though. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it a 3 on the appearance.
I'll give it a 3.
And again, appearance is only out of 3, so
if you have as little as I do, you can kind of spin it and get some of the head.
Yeah. I do like the head color on it though too. So as far as flavor, here we are. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Clank.
Clank.
I didn't tap. Bam. Here we go.
Once again, I don't taste.
It just tastes like coffee.
Yeah, it just tastes like an oatmeal coffee stout.
I on the very back end, I'm getting like a little bit of pumpkin kind of spice on it.
I don't want to give it a 20, but if I didn't know that it was a pumpkin spice beer, I probably would. If you would have just told me it's like a coffee stout, I'd probably give it a 20.
Yeah.
Because I can definitely.
There'd be something on the back end that I'd be like, okay, there's something I'm not quite picking up there.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not going to give it a 20, and I'm a big stout person. Yeah. I really like my stouts.
Based on what they're telling me it is, and based on what I'm tasting, I'm going to give it a 13.
I'm going to go with 15 was my initial thought.
I feel like 13's a good number.
On the mouthfeel, I feel it's got a good...
It's creamy.
It's creamy.
You can
got a
get
good
that from the
mouthfeel.
oatmeal. You can get it from the lactose. It's kind of rich, kind of sweet.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 on that.
Yeah, I'd give it a 5 on
and
the
that's
mouthfeel.
Out of 5.
Yeah.
Overall, out of 10...
I'm going to give it a 6.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep kind of stay with it. I'm gonna
keep going with the 8s.
I'm gonna keep going with the 8s. Yep, here we go. So, all right.
3 down, 11 more to go.
Yes, we are crushing it.
Oh, look at the kitty. Oh, and the puppy.
Look at this guy. He's just looking off camera. So yes, we have more podcast animals now. So yeah, here we are.
We have Lily and Layla.
Lily and Layla. Layla, and we have a cat door at the top of
Yep.
the dungeon stairs that the kitty can go
This
in
is
and
not
out
a
of.
dungeon, Brian. This is a coffee shop.
Yes.
See?
It's called Dungeons and Dragons Coffee Shop.
Ah, yes, yes.
The Dungeons Coffee Shop.
Cafes and critters.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's bring up the wheel.
I'm just like,
On
where
that
you
note.
where you going with this, buddy? All right, next one. Here we go. What are we gonna get? Let me get you a couple cups here. Oh, what are we gonna get?
Looks like it's right in the middle there.
All right, this one I've actually been excited for. I know I've had some of their beers before, and I've been I always typically enjoy their beers. Now I just gotta remember what it was in a bottle, one of our bottle ones. So yes, here we go. One of the bottles. Let me get rid of all of that. So yes, from Big Muddy Brewing Company, the Pumpkin Smasher.
Pumpkin smash.
Smash. Where did my?
Right here.
Oh, I'm like, I had a bottle opener. Here we go. Shout out to Abita for having the bottle opener. Here we go.
All right.
Oh,
Beer-
so yeah, this
beer number
style
4.
beer, it just says it is a
Beer.
malt beverage brewed with pumpkin and spices.
Oh, so they're not even trying to classify it as like an ale or a lager or anything.
Nope. I'm sure if you go to their
Their website.
website or their Untapped,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something else on there about that. So yeah.
All right, let's.
This one.
This is beer
This
number.
is number 4,
beer number
right?
4.
So I'm trying to keep track of stuff, and as we grow bigger.
Heyo.
Did you catch that? I put the heyo in there in
Oh,
the
yeah.
other video. Yeah. So we'll hopefully have better production quality and stuff like that. But we're figuring things out.
Yeah, this is technically second video, but first like.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Because we didn't put the other one on YouTube.
Yeah.
So obviously make sure you
we
go
will.
and follow
Maybe
us
we'll.
on Instagram or the Facebooks. Obviously listen to our podcast, Poor Decisions. Insert logo here. And you can find us on all the podcast channels. And if you like what you're...
We introduced ourselves, right? I know we're like.
it don't matter.
We're how many minutes in? 17?
I'll put our names above our
there you go.
heads.
Yeah, that way people know.
Yes. So anyway, we're rookies over
Yeah,
here.
we're trying.
So
Gotta start somewhere.
aroma on this Big Muddy.
Smells like a pumpkin pie.
I have to really get into it to be able to smell anything.
That smells like a pumpkin pie.
It does smell like a pumpkin pie. I'm not mad at it though,
Yeah. I'm gonna give that a 10.
but that tells me that there's probably a lot of like allspice in it.
Oh yeah. And
So I was thinking 10 as well.
yeah, that's not bad.
All right, appearance. It's got a nice
I like
clarity
the-
to it.
Yeah, I also like the color to it.
So I mean, when we're looking for appearance, we're looking at just the overall coloring on it. Make sure there's not like
Seems a bit
floaties.
hazy. It doesn't seem like crystal clear,
Yeah, that might be
but
the.
also these tiny little cups
It's
with
very small
condensation.
pores, but
So,
yeah, as far as clarity, you can't really see through it very well. There allows some light through it.
yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna go 2.
you know what? I'll
Give it a solid 2.
give it a 2 as well. All right, flavor. Here we go. Cheers, sir.
Cheers, Clink.
That's interesting. It tastes like
It tastes like a pumpkin pie.
pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
This is kind of what I expect pumpkin beers to taste like.
Yes, I would
You
say
know?
that.
This
But
is what I
again,
want them to taste
There's
like.
gonna be. That means there's probably a lot of like allspice in it, though.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not like we're tasting the pumpkin or yam as it would
Yeah.
be. We're tasting the spice.
all the
in it.
spice. Yeah.
And so I mean, you'd almost be better off if you said like, oh yeah, here's our beer. It's called an allspice beer.
Yeah.
People will be like, okay, so it tastes like pumpkins. Yeah.
I'm gonna say for flavor based on the style, I'm gonna give that an 18, just because
Yeah, I was thinking 17.
that's the highest I've given
Yeah,
in
it
terms
is.
of flavor so
Uh,
far.
I just feel like
It doesn't mean I like
how many
it. It
other
just
beers
means
we
that
have in
it's
here.
like-
There's going to be something else I'm really hoping for that just like wows me. as
Yeah,
far
I
as
really hope
flavor.
it's that. I hope it's the Prairie Artisan.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
All right. So mouthfeel. It's just feels like a standard ale.
yeah. It doesn't. Nothing about it is sticking out or taking away from.
I feel like it's got good
The fact.
carbonation on it.
Yeah, it's got a nice like brightness to it.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yeah, I think
Again.
so too. Yeah.
Overall, out of 10,
I'm gonna give that a 9.
You know what? I was thinking 9.
Style,
I was thinking 9 as well. Very well executed.
I'm not saying that I enjoy it, but based on the style, like I think this is very true to style.
Yeah. All right. So let's go. Moving right along, shall we? Let's pull up the picker wheel one more time. Or I guess not one more time, but again.
One more time. Oh, is that it? No, it's
regardless, it's prairie because
Yeah.
those are both prairies. So this is not the prairie that he keeps mentioning.
Yeah.
It is the pumpkin pie treat. Ooh, I happen to grab the right can too. So this is also from prairie. So this is a sour ale with pumpkin pie spice blend and toasted marshmallow flavor.
Oh, interesting.
So it's very interesting little can. Prairie.
I love their artwork.
Yeah,
their
Prairie
artwork
does
is solid. That's really cool.
It's either very simple or
out there.
Way
or
out
busy.
there.
It's really busy, but it looks good. It's well executed.
Yes. And this one was going to be 5.5%.
Nice. Whoa.
That is
that is super light. I mean, I guess it is a sour.
It is a sour. So, yeah, it's definitely giving that kind of sour look to it as well. I can see, it looks like it has a pretty good carbonation to it with the amount of bubbles that are in it. Aroma smells like a sour.
It does, but it smells like, to me, it almost smells like Sprite or like a soda.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's super citrusy.
Almost like lemon lime or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
It smells like soda pop.
And honestly, because that it being a pumpkin pie treat, I'm gonna probably go with like a 6 for a
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I was thinking 6, just because it. I know it's a sour, and sours have a sour aroma.
Appearance,
not what I was expecting.
not what I was expecting either. It definitely has a sour look to it, but it almost is like, to me, it almost seems like peach. It might be the lighting in here, but almost like peach.
It does. Yeah, 100%.
In color.
Yeah. Like if you put it over our papers here,
it almost seems.
It has like a pink hue.
Yeah.
To it, almost. 1. I mean, it's for the style. It looks like a sour.
If we had a higher number than 3 to go up to, I would probably put it at what would be in the 2 range. But so I'm gonna go ahead and stay with the 2. But it would be like if you broke 2 down into like 3 sections, it would be a low 2.
Yeah.
Flavor. Here's gonna be the interesting part.
Here
Cheers, sir.
Cheers, clink. Tastes like a sour.
Tastes like a sour. There's something interesting.
Is it the marshmallow?
I think it's the marshmallow. Yes.
Yeah. It does. I'd get that like kind of caramelized, like toasty, like sugar flavor.
It's right in the beginning, and it dissipates really quickly.
Yeah, it's good. I ain't mad about it.
No, I'm not mad about it. As far as flavor though, no pumpkin.
I think it's one of those where like once it warms up a little bit, I think the pumpkin will come through a little more.
You know what? You're probably right. But the sours, you usually want a sour at a colder temperature.
You do. Let's see, what else do we have in there? Spice blend. So I think it's just the spice, not so much like, yam or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's any of that in there. It's just the spice.
So far, we've really been, I've not been mad at any of these. We're about a third of the way through these. I'm not, I feel like a lot of these companies, pumpkin beers have been getting such a bad rap that I'm not really mad at these, actually.
Yeah, I'm happy with these choices so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's plenty more out there that we didn't pick up.
Yeah.
Like Elysian has a whole variety pack of 4 different pumpkin beers. By the time I got around to being able to pick up the rest of the stuff, that wasn't available anymore.
Yeah.
With that being said, I was still able to get a hold of 14 different beers.
That's crazy. I'm really not looking forward to the Voodoo Ranger though, because any of their things that are like the fruit, the juice force, because it all has like added flavor.
Yeah.
And it's not like nothing's from hops or anything like.
Yeah. As far as flavor, I'm thinking 14.
I was gonna say 15.
I was thinking 15, but I'm just like, there's something not there that I feel like should be there, so I'm gonna go back down to a 14.
Yeah, I think.
And it's out of 20, so that's still
it's not bad.
Not bad for scoring. Mouthfeel.
It's got the mouthfeel of a sour.
It's got a mouthfeel of a
spot
sour.
on, so I'm gonna give it that a 5.
Yeah. So I mean, it's accurate.
Yeah.
Most people would probably downrate that.
Yeah.
Not liking it, but as far as being the correct thing,
Yeah.
I think they nailed that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna stay with a 5 overall.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Excuse me.
Based on the style alone and the flavor, I think it's an
Yeah.
8.
You know what? I feel like that's a solid number. So yeah. Sometimes when you're judging these, it's kind of more of a personal preference,
Yeah.
if you will.
It's all kind of subjective, you know.
It's definitely all subjective, and I mean, we're trying to base it off of our personal objections, our personal opinions, I guess.
Yeah. But also trying to
also,
keep, the style in mind.
Yes, being true to the style that it should be as well. So, all right. So let's get into
right.
another spin, shall we?
Number 6. Man, we're flying through
There's
this, man.
one that I am not looking forward to.
Which one is that?
Oh,
shit.
I'll let you know when we get to it. You kept talking bad about it, and so
here we go.
Here it is, a Voodoo Ranger. So it's Atomic Pumpkin, which is a spice, and like spicy style, I believe. So
Voodoo Ranger. So
that is Voodoo Ranger is from New Belgium Brewing. So it's part of their whole Voodoo Ranger package, if you will. This one is coming in at 6.4%.
it looks like the color of the can.
It looks like it should be
looks
pumpkin.
like pumpkin.
So the style is
I think it's just a.
it says spicy release.
So it's probably an IPA still, because all the Voodoo Rangers are IPAs.
Yeah. I'm going to guess it's an IPA. It doesn't actually say on here. It says ale brewed with pumpkin, cinnamon, and chilies.
It doesn't say natural ingredients or flavors or anything?
Nope, it just says ale brewed with pumpkin, cinnamon, and chilies.
I'm surprised. They usually add some weird shit to it to give it flavor.
So yeah, I do like their can art. They do have some really solid can arts, and I like the idea of him being more bundled up and whatnot.
Yeah.
Aroma. What do you think?
I got nothing.
I'm getting nothing. It literally. I mean, even out of the can, I'm not getting anything. So I'm gonna rate this down to. It's not a bad smell, so I was thinking a 4. Yeah,
that's a 4. There's nothing there.
So I mean, obviously, I think anything lower than a 4 is be like, oh, this smells bad.
Yeah, because I don't get any of the chili. I don't get cinnamon. I
mean, you almost have to really get into it to be able to smell
Yeah.
anything.
It's another thing. It's like, does it have to warm up? Do I have to warm up my 4 ounce, my 2 ounce
I feel
pour?
like you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Appearance?
Looks like a pumpkin.
It looks like a pumpkin.
It's got a good appearance.
I mean, it's just listed as an ale.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll give it a 3.
yeah, go with a 3. I mean, easy points there to be had for
it really
sure.
is.
As far as flavor, though, let's find out. Cheers, sir.
Oh, cheers.
He's so excited. Clunk. It's more like a clunk.
That is not good.
That
It's got the chili. There's the chili.
I feel like I just took a bite out of a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
disappointing.
This is kind of. I was expecting this to be way spicier.
The chili is there. Like, I'll give them that.
I'm not getting like any of
I
that.
get it like back here. Like, I get it in the back of my throat. Hey-o.
I'm not getting. I can't rate this very high. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at a 10 though. There's nothing distinguished about it. It's lacking a lot of what I feel like should be there.
Yours is more generous than me. I'm doing 8 on that.
I mean, and you gotta figure 10 is.
Do not try this.
10
That's
is
gross.
right in the middle.
Yeah.
For us. So, mouthfeel.
It's okay.
Out of 5.
I'll give it a 3.
That's what I kind of was saying.
Yeah.
High 2.
Yeah.
Low 3. I'll go with 3. Overall,
4.
I'm feeling. You know where I'm feeling that spice now? Here.
Oh, like in your esophagus, or just like in your chest?
No, just in my chest. I'm feeling that spice
I get
a
it
little bit
now too. Like,
yeah,
it's a delayed like bourbon burn.
Extreme,
you know,
and not the good Kentucky
yeah,
hug.
No, it's like Kentucky gentleman burn.
It's like I got bourbon from freaking like Seattle.
Yeah, bottom shelf. That's
Like not even bottom shelf. It's like, oh, we got to go underneath the counter to get this one.
that's a 4 for me. That's a 4 for me, dog.
For overall, that's what I was thinking too.
That's
4 for overall.
That's a hard pass. That's a drain pour. That's what
Here-
that is.
Yeah, but we'll.
We've got to do it.
Yeah, here we
There
go.
we go.
All right.
That's the first one I have not liked at all.
No, that is definitely probably going to be one
And
of our
it's
lower
the one
ones.
that I was, like I said, I was least anticipatory about.
Yes, I know you definitely were. So, all right, let's figure out what's next, shall
I
we?
need to cleanse my palate after that with something that tastes better.
Yeah. Well, let's see. There's only, like I said, there's only really one in here that I was not super stoked about.
Oh, I know which one it is now. It's the same Adams.
Yeah. All right. This one I am curious about.
Yeah.
It's the only nitro that we have
Yeah.
in the bunch, and it's from Left Hand. So I'm super curious about this one. It's one of the taller.
Yeah, it's one of the big boys.
Not that one.
It's got to be that one.
So yeah, this one's gonna be. I'm gonna be seriously disappointed. It's got a good. Now I'm getting a little concerned.
Oh, that is toit. That is.
Now I have a little bit of concern on opening this can.
Should we open it up over something?
We might get. I have a trash can. I got a short file right here.
Got the short file. Just
I
in case?
got the short file ready just in case.
Because we've definitely opened beers and spilled and made messes before. Oh, that sounded like a monster being released.
You know what?
That's because
Ooh.
it's the nitro. That's why.
I smelled it a little bit.
Yeah.
Already. You know what? I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited.
see
You got to
it.
be a little more cautious because
Yeah,
it
it's
is
okay.
pumpkin spice latte.
So there's definitely lactose in there.
Yes. So just a little.
I'll take more than that. It's a nitro.
It is a nitro. So the nice thing about nitros is that you can pour these things hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm excited about this. I'm gonna fill mine up a little bit more. Maybe we can give the viewers a little bit of that.
a little bit of that.
Action. So if you see, like I poured it pretty hard into that, and you can see the head literally. It's almost the opposite of a normal beer, where the head stays on top and everything else rises up.
I believe that's called cascading.
Cascading, if you will. And I always like the nice creamy
Oh
top
yeah,
of
dude,
a
that's
nitro.
why I love like Guinness so much.
And I know Left Hand has a great nitro variety pack too.
Yeah.
That includes a rhubarb one too.
Ooh.
That's really good.
Like a rhubarb,
It's called like Pink Flamingo.
Okay.
It's a good.
Like strawberry rhubarb or just straight up rhubarb?
I think it's like a strawberry. It's been a while since I've had it, but it's a. And then they include obviously their typical nitro stout. I've had it a few times. It's a good.
That smells good. That smells nice.
It has a nice aroma to it. Yeah.
It does. It says on the can, "Hello, gorgeous." See what they did there. That's good.
On this side
That's
it says
funny.
a whole latte love.
Oh.
You know what? Left Hand Brewing has some great branding.
Yeah.
If you haven't ever seen, and we have a 4-pack of this.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, because I couldn't ever get just a single can of it.
Oh, you
So
spilled
here.
more.
Oh
You dribbled,
man,
Brian. We're almost halfway through. Like this will be the halfway point.
this is we will after this one we'll be halfway through this.
So aroma, it's kind of subdued, but it definitely smells like a latte.
And well, and
I
that might be
mean,
again the glasses.
I get the coffee
too, so
a little bit. I get some of the spice.
I'm thinking
I'm gonna give that a 10.
that's what I was thinking. 10.
That's a
I was,
10.
I was thinking like maybe low 0.8.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to want to go with a 12.
Yeah.
I could easily
it's
see
really hard to go with a 12.
going 12 on this, maybe with different glassware.
Yeah.
Or a bigger sample. But I guess in most judging stuff, it would be kind of a sample like this.
Well, don't they usually do it in like solo cups, or have they gotten away from?
I think it
solo
depends on where
cups?
you. If
Okay.
you're doing judging stuff, it depends on where you're at.
Yeah. Because you want to
obviously-
be able to get the aroma. You can't get that out of a solo cup. You know,
Yeah.
you want to.
Yeah.
But you don't want to spend all this money on glass.
On
which I understand.
snifters and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah. So appearance.
Appearance, I mean, that's
really.
beautiful.
I mean, nitros. Man,
That's a 3.
I like. I need. Can we do a 3+?
Yeah.
All right, flavor. Here we go.
Here we go. Cheers. Don't spill it. Clink.
I already did. I feel like there's something lacking in the taste.
Yeah.
It's not terrible,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's something lacking. You
I just
definitely
don't-
get a little bit of that pumpkin.
I don't think like this style should be on nitro because I think it takes away too much of the spice.
But I know that's one of Left Hand's big things is they have a bunch of nitro stuff that they do.
Yeah, because like nitro really like kind of kills spice and just flavor in general. It's not bad though. It's not bad. It's better than atomic.
If you just sip the top and you get a little bit of head on there, it's almost like having a piece of pumpkin pie with the whipped topping.
Yeah.
With that being said, I mean with that comment I just made, I was thinking 10. I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up to a 12.
Yeah, I was thinking 12 or 13. I'll go with
12. Mouthfeel.
It's a nitro.
It's a nitro. I do like me some nitros.
Yeah, it's creamy. It doesn't have any like bite or bitterness to it.
I'm just having a hard time with that flavor.
I know.
But as far as the mouthfeel, I'm going to go ahead and go with the 5. Yeah. It's solid. It's nitro. Overall,
I'm gonna
out of 10,
6.
I was thinking I'm going to go with 7.
Yeah, that's a 6. I was so excited once you poured it and I saw the cascading effect and like when you opened up the can, you could smell it. And
it was kind of very, we sold it appearance and description wise really well,
but then everything else just didn't.
And I'm sure on the camera, as soon as we tasted it, you all could see it's like, ooh, there's something that they don't like about it.
Yeah, even the tail end of that is funky.
All right, so we got. Let me shift some stuff around here.
Favorite beers right there.
Whew, I'm still feeling a little bit of that spice from the atomic pumpkin too. I'm just like, oh man. All right, so let me get you a couple glasses here.
All right,
let's get
on to beer number 8.
Number 8.
Man,
there we go.
We're only 36 minutes in, man. We're gonna be done with this.
My goal was probably about an hour.
We'll do over an hour. I'd say we can get like an hour 5 or so. Don't want to take it too long.
Fields of Fall. This one I'm very curious about. That is going to be.
It doesn't say what it is on that image.
No, and even the can as itself is very interesting. Let me see here. The Fields of Fall. It is.
It looks very autumnal.
It's from Timber Ale. This is a very misleading beer. It says Imperial Stout with pumpkin, nutmeg, vanilla, and cinnamon.
Interesting.
It is 12%.
Another 12% project?
No,
or
it is a 12% beer.
Oh shit! Okay.
It is brewed by Timber Ales, which is it is distributed by 12%.
Okay.
But it is a 12% beer. Hey, so that's where I kind of kept getting confused.
Yes.
But it's a double 12%.
Well, and as we said earlier, 12% project is Fat Orange Cat.
And we've all the other stuff we've had from 12% distribution or collab, if you will. We've always enjoyed.
Yeah,
then there's been one that
if they want to be sponsors of the show, please send us your beer, and we will gladly drink it on camera.
Ooh, that is.
Whoa, that is that is a stout. Yeah. That looks like motor oil.
That looks like motor oil. Even that head is definitely an imperial stout. Fields of Fall. I feel like that is a very misleading name for this beer. I almost feel like that should be like the forbidden, what's it called? Forbidden something, pumpkin.
Yeah.
Aroma.
That smells pretty good, actually. You get the vanilla?
A little bit. It's hard. I'm having a hard time catching it.
What else did you say was in there?
Nutmeg, vanilla,
cinnamon. I get vanilla more than anything else. There's a cinnamon on it. I almost feel like it smells like a whiskey barrel.
I'm not catching hardly any of that.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah. Here, maybe I need to reset myself.
I was about to say, just smell yourself. There you go. Smell yourself in front of the people.
Okay. There, I'm getting a little bit of that vanilla now. There's that cinnamon.
That's not bad.
No, I like the smell.
I'm gonna go with a 10.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. All right. Appearance.
That is an imperial stout.
I like the little bit of the head coloring that I saw. It's super dark, so that tells me it's gonna be a high. Because you can get stouts that don't have a dark head color too.
Yeah.
And that's I think usually a good indicator on how heavy that is actually gonna be. But this one, it's almost coating.
Yeah.
the glass, if you will, as the lacing on it, the beer is literally like part of the lacing on it.
That's a 3.
I'm going to give it a 3, yeah.
That's a 3.
It's a solid 3 for sure. All right, flavor, sir. Cheers.
Cheers. Clink.
That's definitely an Imperial.
Whoa, that is rich.
It's not as rich as I was.
Sweet. That is super sweet.
It is. It's not as much as I was expecting it to be, though. So,
it kind of reminds me of Irrational in a way.
I feel like Irrational was even a little more subtle.
That was a porter.
It was an Imperial porter.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a little bit more subtle.
This is pretty intense.
And we're referring to Irrational Sense of Entitlement from the brewery that we work at, Transparent Brewery.
Shout out.
In Grandview, Missouri. So
what?
If you haven't been there or tried some of their stuff, be sure to check us out.
You're doing yourself a disservice if you haven't been there, just saying. Flavor for the style, I'm going to give that an 18, man. Like, that's... I feel like this would be really good if it warms up.
This is my objection, coming to this beer, was that it, I felt like it should be something else that it wasn't. So I ended up rating it a 12.
Yeah.
I'm rating it a 12 as far as flavor. And then I think you are rating it at a...
we're on 8, right?
8,
because
yes.
Guess what we did, guys?
Yeah,
we were recording...
Video magic, and so we...
Not audio magic, but video magic.
Yes, so making great video content, no audio.
No audio content.
So we're going back here, and you've already seen us drinking this beer, but we're just kind of wrapping up this beer, and then we'll get back into the other beers. Don't worry, we didn't absolutely record 4 more or 3.5 beers worth of content before we realized that we weren't.
It wasn't at least 20 minutes.
Getting our voices in. We were on beer 8, which was the Fields of Fall.
I'm just gonna nip it a little bit.
You need a little refresher.
I'm doing a little nip.
I remember what we were at here.
Yeah.
You had 14.
14 as a flavor. Mouthfeel 5.
I had mouthfeel as a 5 as well, because we did feel like it had a very good mouthfeel.
It's kind of syrupy now that it's warmed up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna bring that down to a 4.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and stay with the original values, because I'm going off of again, I'm trying not to let my bias kick in, and going off of having proper
Did someone
judging.
just walk by?
No, it's Leafs.
Are those people?
Yeah, they want to get in on the podcast.
Yeah.
All right, and then overall,
leave them out of this.
Overall, I had an 8 for this
me
beer.
as well. As well, I did too.
So it was a solid beer, though. So,
not bad.
Here you are.
Fields of Fall.
Number 9. We'll do a quick little spin wheel here, and there it is. Because we were having issues with the spinning wheel as well, because technology is fantastic. So number 9 was ended up being the Abomination Forbidden.
So far,
Pumpkin.
not my favorite.
I thought that the
my,
names of Fields of Fall and Forbidden Pumpkin should have been switched. Because Forbidden Pumpkin is a Imperial milkshake style IPA.
Which I'm already kind of out on anything that's milkshake.
Yes. And so you guys haven't seen this one yet. So here we go. Just to give a little splashy splash. I'll take a little extra there because I don't.
It's not bad.
No,
but it's not my style.
It wasn't our style for sure. We love the can.
The can art is awesome.
It was from Abomination Brewing.
I think they should make this into a sticker or a T-shirt.
Yes, and which was one of those 12% beer project labels. So it's super cool. You could take just the guy himself and make him a really cool sticker.
I mean, but then there's like the spooky character right there.
Yeah. It's almost like the moon.
It feels like something out of a graphic novel.
Yes, and I'm not mad at that. We aren't. We've talked about. We're both very much
graphic novel folk.
people. So let's get into this beer again.
Let's do it again.
Aroma.
I'm still
Again,
sticking with
still
my
getting
8.
with it. Definitely IPA like.
Yeah.
It is nothing overly pronounced about it. I'm not getting any pumpkin on it still, honestly. I had it at an 8 as well.
It's not bad. It's not great.
No. Now getting into the appearance, it's solid for an appearance as far as milkshake style IPA. You get a nice haziness to it.
It's got a nice. It's got some good head retention for it being in these tiny little glasses.
Yeah. Great coloring on the head retention as well. So
foamy white head.
As far as the flavor, cheers, sir. Getting back into it.
Clink, clink. I feel like once again it's actually gotten better as it's warmed up.
Yeah. And maybe sometimes, maybe that's the key with a lot of these pumpkin bears. But sometimes I know I've had pumpkin beers where as it warms up, like you almost need to drink it fast because as it warms up, it gets worse.
It's going to get funky.
And it gets nasty.
Yeah.
So for sure. I'm sticking with my 14. I originally rated this a 14.
I'm going to bump mine up from 13 to 14. Okay. So it's getting an increase from me just based on temperature.
I do get a little bit more of the pumpkin on it now.
Yeah.
As far as mouthfeel, I had it right in the middle of the road with a 3.
Same.
So solid effort though.
Not mad about it.
For overall, I got it as a 6.
Same. 6. I'm sticking with the 6, even with the temperature change.
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely get more of the IPA on the nose now.
As it's warmed up, yeah. It's solid.
Yeah, I'm sticking with it.
All right. So moving on, number 10, we had Brooklyn Brewery, their Post Road Pumpkin Ale. So let's get into a little bit of pours on this. What was that weird contortionist?
Being Vanna White.
She's way more attractive.
Yeah, I know.
Even at her
who's the host of Wheel of Fortune now?
Good question. I don't know if they figured that out because how long did it take them to figure out Jeopardy's?
Yeah, there's a bunch of controversy there, but it's the wheel, man. Like it's the wheel.
You know what? Pat Sajak's still around. Yep. He should have just chose his own replacement.
May he rest in
retirement?
Yeah. May he rest.
Well, he actually decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to go enjoy retirement. Anyway, back to Brooklyn Brewery's Pumpkin Ale. We kind of, again, another one we already kind of went through.
Yeah, we're repeating everything, by the way. Again.
Definitely.
Because why not?
Because why not? Absolutely.
Aroma is a 5 still. It doesn't really smell a whole lot.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, spice. I mean, I don't know.
It's solid.
It's not bad. It's middle of the road for me, though.
Yeah. I mean, we both. I had.
In terms of style, it's middle of the road.
For the aroma, I had it at a 4 because there was nothing overly stand out ish on it. It wasn't lacking anything, but there was nothing that stood out to us. So I rated it pretty low at a 4 out of 12 again on this appearance. Solid appearance.
It's a solid ale.
So I say as a 3.
3.
Clearly, nothing's changed on that. Flavor. It's still.
I'm still going to give it a 16.
And I'm going to leave mine at a 15 on it.
It's not bad.
It's
not overly pumpkin-y.
We've had a couple that we've had to do, like we've done palate cleansers, and you guys might have missed that on.
They definitely missed it.
Yeah,
they definitely missed it.
That was on our previous take with no audio.
And trust me, that was good.
You
missed out, guys.
We were rolling right along.
We were having fun.
We will work on getting better with all of that. Okay.
It's episode 1, right?
This is video 1.
Episode 1.
Well,
video 1, whatever. YouTube episode 1.
YouTube
Brian.
1. We'll call it YT 1.
Okay.
Good.
YTEP 1. YouTube F
1. Sure. Because obviously we have a couple videos out there, and again, as we mentioned before, hopefully it's in one of the videos before. We had technical issues, and then we forgot to
hit record on the audio.
Unmute.
I'm the closest to the audio board, so I should have remembered. That's okay.
I take blame for it as well.
Well, as long as we both take one.
Mouthfeel, I had a 4 on this. And overall,
Yeah, I had a 5.
I had
5
an
and an
8.
8. It's a pretty good beer.
Brooklyn, it was a good one. We've definitely used this as a palate cleanser in our previous take as well.
It's a good introductory pumpkin beer for people who don't know what a pumpkin beer should taste like. And it doesn't have like any crazy like additives or.
And we talked about that in our last take as well.
Yeah.
That it's great.
Not bad.
Brooklyn, you make great beers. This is a solid pumpkin ale as well.
Because it's Brooklyn.
It is exactly what it is. It's an ale with pumpkin, and I feel like based off of stuff like this, a lot of the breweries doing pumpkin stuff have definitely stepped up their game. So moving on, number 11 has been the Great Divide Pumpkin Spice Yeti.
It's got flavor.
It's a beer.
Now with the ingredient of flavor.
No full extra flavor. I hear they're adding more hops. So it is an imperial stout with coffee and spices. This one came in at 9.5%.
In a 19.2 ounce can.
In a 19.2 ounce
Which is
can.
just ridiculous.
And
this is America. Keep it 16.
To put it in comparison, here is a 12 ounce can. It
so it's
almost
like a 12
looks
ounce plus
double the
quarter.
size. And I am literally here. Let me put these down. Here, let me move them back. So, that would have been a bad mistake.
Oh, Nelly.
That would have been like spilling a whole keg of beer. So yeah, sitting on a flat table, size comparison. If you want to compare it to a 16 ounce, there you go.
Wow.
Still,
wow,
that much. That's ridiculous.
Between 3 fingers or 4 or 2.
The only thing of 3 fingers I want is my whiskey.
Yeah. Well, let's try it again.
All right. Take 2 on a beer that we
both didn't really like a whole lot.
Did not care for, yes. I'll just give you a little bit less because I'm a glutton for punishment. Here we go.
Me too. I'm a Bears fan. Go Chefs.
Go Chefs. Great googly moogly.
So aroma, I gave this a 10.
I also gave it a 10.
I'm still giving it a 10.
This one, we're not as far removed from this one, so it's still, it hasn't warmed up very much. I'm going to stick with the 10.
Yeah.
Because it being an imperial stout.
With coffee.
I
get the coffee.
We got no pumpkin on it at all.
No spice, no pumpkin.
I feel like it's just, I feel like, Great Divide is just like, hey, we're going to make another batch of Yeti, stout. Shit, I spilled some allspice in it. We'll just label it as pumpkin.
Just because you put a scarf on the Yeti doesn't mean it's spiced.
I mean, they do have cool, the Yeti is cool.
I guess. It's just
not that I'm biased at all on
Yetis, because Yetis are bald with beards?
Being Yeti-like.
Oh. You don't have that much hair.
I have enough. Appearance. We gave it a 3 because
it's an imperial stout.
It's got a solid appearance.
It's dork.
It's dork. Yes.
Dork. Yes. I believe that's how they say it in Boston.
Dork?
Dork. It's dork outside. What was that?
Wouldn't that be dock outside?
Sure.
Because they don't have C's or R's.
Dock. It's dock.
It's dock outside.
It's dock.
It's dock. Even though Great Divide's
dock at the dock.
Not
where
Boston.
Your car's parked.
Gotta park the car in the car park.
But it's too dark.
Sorry, everybody.
Don't apologize.
Here we are.
Don't apologize.
Don't apologize. I apologize for nothing. I'm just saying sorry because I know that we're ridiculous.
Yes, we are.
Yes. So I apologize that. Flavor. Let's get into it again. Cheers,
Cheers.
sir.
Clink.
Clink.
Plastic clink.
Plastic clink. See, and this is one of those things I was saying.
It's astringent, and it's not like...
It's astringent. Something is missing. You had mentioned almost like a metallic taste.
I don't know what it is.
You don't actually get metallic taste from cans.
No.
Because they have a liner in them.
Yep.
It's like a spray liner that you don't see, so you don't actually get it, but it keeps you from getting that metallic and that because liquid on metal you'd get cans rusting out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even stainless steel, they're still going to end up corroding, basically, if you will. So they have a liner attached to them, so you don't get that metallic taste.
Yeah. But there's something off about this.
There's something off about this beer, absolutely.
I don't know what it is, because I mean it's also been a long time since I've had a Yeti.
Yes, same with me.
Because I remember like back in the day getting like the Great Divide like mix and match.
Yeah.
And it had like Colette, it had Yeti, it had
I forgot about Colette.
whatever other two.
And it was Yeti before they decided to start going with what should be a 20-ounce can.
Yeah.
Again, it's what 19.2 ounces.
Or bring it back down to 16, guys. What are you doing?
Yeah. Or you know what? If you really
this isn't Europe. Okay?
Make it a 12-ounce can and up the freaking ABV on it.
568 milliliters.
That's not even a round number for metric system.
Yeah, stupid idiots. But don't sue us
for
slander.
Yeah, tell him. Now, I will say, as far as flavor, because of that astringent taste,
12.
I rated it a 9. I went very hard on it.
12.
Mouthfeel,
3.
It was very solid as far as the proper mouthfeel on it. How it fills the mouth, if you will.
How it kind of makes your mouth feel.
Yeah. So I went ahead and put it as a 3.
Yep.
And
overall, 7.
Overall, I put it at a 6. I went a little harsh on that one again, which 6 is still, a little bit higher.
Better than 5.
It's better than 5, so you're, 60%.
Not as good as 7.
Because it's out of 10, so you still got, 60%.
That's still a passing grade.
So, yeah. So, here we go.
That's a D, right? 60% is a D.
Yeah, and, D's get degrees.
They sure do.
All right.
Can confirm.
Anyway, can confirm.
But seriously.
Anyway.
Okay, so we are caught up now.
And I'm actually curious about this now because...
Now that it's sat for...
So next beer is... it's going to be number 12, which is... It's still not showing up. Prairie Artisan Ales, which is the Pumpkin Maple Marty. So let's pull out that bottle, shall you? And this is how you can tell...
Look at that.
The Prairie beers. If it's in a bottle like this...
It's going to get you torn up.
And it's probably not going to be cheap. And I had talked about this on the podcast of, I bought this beer and the clerk, rang it up and he's like, this can't be right. What is wrong with this? And I'm just like, he's like, what was the price tag on the shelf? I'm like, it didn't have one. So that's probably accurate. I told him, like, that's probably accurate. He's like, okay. It was like $14 for the bottle, so I'm definitely going to be trying to finish this bottle.
That one's going down.
And again, we labeled this one off. It's Pumpkin Maple Marty, not Party, Marty.
Morty.
So it is an Imperial Stout aged in maple bourbon barrels, not bourbon barrel.
Not bourbon marbles.
Maple bourbon barrels with coffee. Pumpkin pie spice, not pumpkin spice, just pumpkin pie. 6 of one, half a dozen ever, right? Yeah. Vanilla espresso flavor. That one concerns me.
Yeah, that sounds like artificial flavor.
Well, like you couldn't make espresso and just dump it in?
Yeah, come on, Prairie.
And pumpkin. So pumpkin pie spice and pumpkin. So
doubling up on the pumpkin.
Here we are. And then, as I was saying earlier, Connor was showing you the label here. This is, more
classic.
Again, I didn't want to say convoluted, but you said elaborate.
Intricate.
Yes, sorry, that's the word
it's
he
actually
used.
It's another 3-syllable word.
Yes, $5 word.
Oh, elaborate's 4.
Yeah, it's the $5 word. Now I got $2.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna need some. Can you loan me some money? Money, please. Anyway, this one's been sitting out for.
At least 20 minutes now.
A little bit, yeah. So let's get into this one. Whoa, this is beer number 12 of 14.
This is
I got it in my nose.
You sure did.
There we are. Where'd my napkin thing go? Here we are. I gotta get. All right, here we go. Let's
I
try
will
this
not do
again.
that. Smells like candy.
I was getting all excited. I smell that maple a lot.
Yeah.
Almost like a toffee candy.
I was about to say, I feel like it almost smells like chocolate, too.
I need to make sure I don't smell it not being around it. Because I put my nose in it.
Oh, I almost went right into it. Hold yourself, Connor. Hold yourself.
Hey, getting all excited to drink
Yeah,
too?
it's been sitting there just looking at me.
So I actually want to pour another little bit to see how it holds up as far as... so not really any head retention on that. Again, these other ones have been sitting out for a minute now. But, at the same time, we're letting them warm up.
I'm going to say aroma is a 10 again.
I do like the aroma.
It smells like what it's...
I'm getting espresso now as well.
Yeah.
Here, you know what? I want to smell a little bit of the... Well, I mean, this hasn't been cool.
I don't get the spice. I get the vanilla. I get the espresso.
I'm definitely getting
I get the coffee. I get the maple.
on it, yeah.
I get like 4 out of the 6 ingredients on the nose.
I'm almost getting I guess now that I'm getting into it a little bit more, I'm getting a little bit more of that spice. I still feel like, I think you said 10. I'm going to also go with a 10.
Yeah, that's solid.
Appearance, solid appearance.
Yeah,
I mean,
an imperial
it's
stout.
an imperial stout. And this is the highest of the ABVs of the 14 that we have. Luckily, it's towards the end of the beers as well. So, 3 for the appearance. Again, when you get into imperial imperial stouts, if it's not like clear,
if it doesn't look like motor oil,
it's
then
probably solid. The only you get down to trying to check out for head retention, but a lot of times, a lot of those imperial stouts and stuff, you don't get a lot of head retention or legs or lacing on it.
You have to pour it hard.
Super hard. And then even if it's a nitro, nitros you pour hard. Ooh, can you imagine an imperial stout on nitro?
Oh, I bet it's amazing. But I don't want it to be I don't want any additives.
No.
To it. I don't want adjuncts.
Yeah.
I want it to be a straightforward imperial stout. That being said, flavor.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers, clank.
Let's get into it.
Plastic clink.
Clonk.
Whoa.
That is very rich.
Yeah.
I'm getting
it's not as rich as
the Forbidden Fields.
Yeah, that one was super.
That one was
sweet.
super rich. I like this one. This is much more subtle.
More balanced.
I feel like maybe it's that maple.
Yeah.
That's actually helping. Sometimes when you add something sugary to it, it actually helps mellow out the overall sweetness.
I still don't really get a whole lot of the spice on it.
I'm not getting spice. I get any
pumpkin.
I picked up a lot of maple.
Yeah,
on the taste.
It just tastes like a maple, like coffee imperial stout.
So on that, I feel like I need to judge it down a little bit. I feel like a 13.
I was going to say 14.
All right.
I was really hoping for more than that.
Yeah. Not even necessarily the pumpkin, but just. I feel like there may be too much.
They put a lot into that, which is also why it's a $14 fucking bottle of beer.
Yeah.
So
because maple barrels are not cheap either.
No, but I don't get pumpkin. I hardly get the spice.
I almost wonder what it would be like with maple barrel age with just pumpkin.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get that sweetness from the maple, and I don't know how they do their blending process either. Where like the brewery we work at, when he does barrel aging stuff, and I would think most breweries would do a mix and match where they say, oh yeah, we're barrel aging this, but they have stuff set aside in kegs, to blend back. As Nolan always likes to say, he blends back, right?
Yeah.
That way it's not as overpowering.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe breweries are like, no, it's all barrel aged.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I really was expecting more.
I kind of honestly was too, and that will obviously affect our overall score on this. Mouthfeel
5. I mean, it's got the mouthfeel of an imperial stout. It's kind of creamy. It kind of coats your palate a little bit. I feel like it should.
I need to go with 5 because I was starting again kind of let my personal preference take over.
Yeah.
But the overall, I'm gonna let my personal preference over on this one. I kind of feel like a 5 or a 6.
I was gonna say 6.
So I'm gonna go with it. Go ahead and go with a 6.
Yeah, 6 is what I'm.
All right.
Confident in. Man, that's too bad because it's.
We were hoping we were gonna
for the price. We were really hoping that it would be the best one.
All right. With that being said, though, we got 2 beers left.
Dos Mas.
Let's see what's next, everybody.
Oh fuck! It really is gonna be the last beer. Isn't it?
So we got Unita's Pumpkin Ale, which is going to be in this fantastic looking can, and that's a solid. They kept it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
It's got a nice field in the background with a singular pumpkin.
Out of Utah.
Utah, yes.
Do they even have pumpkins in Utah? Can they have pumpkins in Utah?
I don't. Unita is kind of big on like backpacking and stuff, which in Utah area is.
That's what they do.
They have great land area, so backpacking.
Massive tracts of land.
Behold my field of fucks I grow.
As you can see, it is barren.
It is barren. This is what I see it as Salt Lake City, Utah. Sorry, it's Utah. I always joke around and call it Utah. 5%. So this is on the lower spectrum of,
Well, it's because they can only brew beers that are 5% in Utah, right?
I know. It sounds like they're starting to kind of change a lot of that.
5.1. Okay, good for them.
It does say brewed with renewable power, wind and solar.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So they're very green. So good job, Unita. And I know I've had some of their stuff before. I just couldn't tell what I've had. I know because I recognize the logo. I just haven't had anything from them in a while. But again, it says pumpkin ale. So this should be kind of comparable to Brooklyn Brewery, right? So let's see here, shall we?
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
We're getting into the aroma first.
Yep.
I feel like I pick up more on it than I did like with the Brooklyn one.
Yeah. Oh. Got it in my nose.
You did what I did. At least I did mine with an Imperial with maple barrels. Apparently I just really like that maple. You got any more of them maple barrels?
More of that maple barrel.
I'm not getting a lot of smell in this.
I hardly get anything on the aroma.
So I feel like this is another one. I'm gonna have to go with a 4 and I go with a 4 and not like a 1 or a 2 because I am getting some smell, not some smell, but I'm not getting bad smells on it. Bad smells would lead me to go like a 1, 2, or 3. So
I'm gonna go 5.
I'm gonna go with a 4.
It's just shy of middle of the road because I don't get a whole lot on it.
And again, that's out of 12. So
once again, I mean, like appearance, it really is just like hard to beat.
It almost has a little bit more haziness to it.
It's not as
but ale
clear
doesn't
in terms of
like
its clarity is not as crystal. But the color is, I like the color.
But being ale, there's not like a criteria for clarity.
Yeah, that should still be clear though,
You would think. I mean, it doesn't have sediment or floaties, as some people like to call them.
Floaties.
Yes. So it is nice and clean.
3.
So I'm going to go with a 3. And this, the appearance is kind of like a weird kind of justification as far as doing anything. But it again, I think we kind of said this before, where it's like, okay, don't give me a stout, and all of a sudden it's clear. Yeah. Like if I'm given a clear stout, I have concerns with something on that beer.
Yeah.
So flavor. Cheers, sir.
Cheers. Clank. Plastic clank.
Plastic clunk. I'm getting more of that pumpkin on it.
Yeah. It's another good introductory
definitely a good introductory.
I'd put this up there with the pumpkin lager in Brooklyn.
You need. They nailed it. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah, I mean,
because of the flavor on it. It tastes more like ale with pumpkin in it, though.
I get more like. I think this is the first one where I'm just like, ooh, I have a malty backbone to this.
It does have much more of a malt forward flavor,
which I like.
Yeah, it's not bad. Absolutely.
Flavor for the style, I'm gonna go with 17.
I was thinking like 16.
It's not in your face, but it's also like pretty balanced. I do get like some. I feel like I get some hop bitterness on that.
Yeah, I'm not picking that up as much just because of that maltiness on it. Where usually if the malty stands out to me more, I'm not usually picking up a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I get like a biscuity like maltiness.
Yes, biscuity would be a good term.
Like it's pretty good. It's not bad.
As far as mouthfeel, I'm
gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with a 5 because everything felt very solid.
Yeah,
it had a good carbonation to it. It had nothing's lingering. It definitely filled the mouth very well.
Yeah, heyo, sure did.
Hey-o.
Yeah, bing bong. Overall for the style,
out of 10, you know what?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'm thinking 8 as well. Yeah,
I'm gonna give it an 8 for the style of the beer. Like it's
absolutely. I agree.
If the aroma was like this, may have been the best rated beer. Like
yeah, I think overall it's a very solid beer. So you awesome job there. So all right. That means
here we go.
We're down to one last beer, and I think it's one that we both were kind of
the second least anticipated beer.
This was the one that I almost feel like I should have bought something else. We don't even need a spin wheel for it because it's the last beer. It's gonna be Sam Adams Jack O. So insert logo here. And there's the bottle. And anyway, here's a good test.
Oh, it's a twist off?
It's not. But I twisted it. Because it's not coming off.
Hey-o.
But I was able to twist it. So anyway, let's go to the handy dandy
notebook.
Anyway, there we go. That concerns me that I was able to. I'm not saying I have great hand strength, but I don't have great hand strength. I'm also not grandma strong hand strength. But if I'm able to grab the bottle and twist the cap, that's not a twist off.
That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign. So I'm not a huge fan of Sam Adams personally. I remember years ago, as an example, I bought it was like I think they call it the Glory Pack or whatever, where it was like 4th of July style beers, and even their brown ale, which was the darkest one that was in there, tasted bitter to me.
Yeah,
and this was years before I was even really into the beer industry. Yeah. Like I was just trying different beers. Trying to figure out what I did and didn't like, finding new styles, trying different stuff. I knew I wasn't a big IPA person. So having a brown ale that had a bitterness to it turned me off to Sam Adams, and all the beers in that whole variety pack had a bitterness to it that I did not like, which lead me to believe that they add extra hops for preservative measures.
Well, I think one of the first craft beers I cut my teeth on was Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Ooh. And it tasted like cherry beer. It was not in a good way.
I think you've talked about this before.
Yeah, on Beers with Nigel.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. I drank a lot of it.
Yeah.
And
insert Beers with Nigel logo right here. Bling. I just need to do it.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah, this is the first Sam Adams beer I've had in a long time.
The first one I've had in a long time, again, because of my personal reference.
Because even like Boston Lager is.
So, okay, we got to make sure we kind of, center ourselves on making sure we are doing a proper beer assessment and not based off of personal preference.
We've done well.
I feel like we've done very well.
We've done very well.
But this.
I mean, that's how I felt about number 6, which was
the Atomic Pumpkin. Yeah.
Okay, well,
all right.
aroma.
Here we are. All right, aroma.
Cinnamon and nutmeg aromas.
Pumpkin ale.
Recall memories of freshly baked pumpkin pie. It has the ideal balance of seasonal hops with a crisp, refreshing finish. Thought I'd try. Once again, it just kind of smells like Coke or soda.
To me, I'm getting like almost like cracker.
Yeah.
Like
I get spice.
Like Triscuit. A Triscuit cracker. I didn't say there was anything wrong with Triscuits. I just said it smells like a Triscuit cracker.
It smells like a soda. 6. That's middle of the road.
You know what? I'm just going to put it right in the middle. 6 out of 12. All right. Appearance. I mean, Sam Adams is Sam Adams.
It's not a bad color, man.
If they're messing up the appearance, there's other concerns.
I'll give him a 3.
So 3, yes. And again, that's out of 3. So, all right, anyway. Flavor. Here comes the...
Cheers.
Cheers, sir. Last one.
Clank. It tastes like sweet tea.
Yes, but honestly, it's not as bad as I was expecting it to be.
It is the more... I get more pumpkin.
Yes. I get that pumpkin in it, for sure. It's not overwhelming, though.
No.
Because we've definitely had pumpkin beers before where it's just like, I can't taste anything other than pumpkin. Because I can still taste the beer aspect of this.
Yeah. Why is it actually not bad?
I know. And maybe it's because we were downgrading it so much. But you're right. I do get right
it's
at
not
the
bad,
end.
Man.
There's like a tea.
It tastes like a sweet tea.
It tastes like a sweet tea, which is so weird.
Is that herbal? Is it what?
You know what? I bet it's the cinnamon.
Yeah.
I bet that's the cinnamon. So, you know what? I will say, yes, I'm pouring a little extra of
me
it.
too.
Just because I want to make sure I'm getting a fair assessment, and especially being the last beer as well of this video. I feel they didn't, even with adding the cinnamon, because it's so easy to go put too much cinnamon in it.
Yeah.
And there's a fine line
Yeah.
of, oh shit, I put too much cinnamon in it. And you don't even need a lot of cinnamon on it. I'd imagine for a company the size of Sam Adams, they're probably putting a lot in there.
Yeah.
But it's probably seems like a lot to the normal person.
I also
feel
like
as big of a batches they're making, where you're looking at 100+ barrel batches, they're probably putting in what is such a less than 1%.
But I also feel like I get some sort of citrus to this. I feel like there's an orange peel or something that it goes really well with pumpkin and cinnamon. It's not that bad.
No. So you know what? Solid job.
For flavor, for the style, I'm going 19.
I'm
going high on this one.
Yeah, that is high for you, isn't it? That's been your highest, I believe.
18 or 19.
I'm still gonna go with 18, which honestly I feel like looking back at my numbers is the highest I've had as well. So mouthfeel. I mean,
5,
Sam Adams
man,
shouldn't be.
It shouldn't have any.
They shouldn't be missing on the mouthfeel aspect of it.
Considering they're a national or potentially international brand.
So yeah, I mean, and 5 is the high on that.
I'm going 5.
Not my favorite, but again, it's still
for the style. And
they've hit the style overall.
Overall 8.
I feel like I still don't need to grade it down, but there's something off overall on it. So I'm gonna actually go with a 6.
I'm gonna go with the 8 on that.
So,
Wow.
we are done with those
did it.
beers. So,
14 beers.
14 beers. We're going to
Jesus
tally
Christ.
everything up, and
We'll be back.
You know,
with
this would be
our
a great
results.
place if we had, you know, an ad to, you know, our sponsor to. So, we will be right back, everybody, on trying to, you know, we'll total all these up and see who our favorite beer is.
Bing, bang,
You
boom.
stand by. Woo! All right.
We're
so
back.
Break is over, and
We tallied up
apparently, according to this guy, we have a Christmas tree of sadness.
Maybe like a pyramid. A pyramid. A
Pyramid.
pyramid of sadness.
Regardless, here we are. Are you ready for the results?
I know I'm
'cause
not.
I'm not either at all. So, first beer, we had Lakefront Brewery, which their pumpkin. Again, I don't even remember this point. God dang it!
Yeah, do you see these? Do you think I remember all this?
Hey, grab the wrong thing.
We've got a label that's...
It was the pumpkin lager. It's in here somewhere. Here we go. This one right here.
no, it's
This
wait,
can
yeah,
right here that I'm
this
pointing
here.
at in the camera. Yes, there you go. That was our first one. The second beer we had then was the Fat Orange Cat Pumpkin Patch Kittens. Yes, there we go. Number 3 was. We're not going over number. The numbers. So overall,
out of 50.
number 1. Again, these are all out of 50 points. So number 1, which was Lakefront, which again, almost knocked something over, which was this beer right here. I had a 35, and Connor
32.
32.
32 out of 50.
The second beer, which was the Pumpkin Patch Kittens, I had a 42.
40.
And he had a 40. So, yes.
Not bad.
Then we followed it up with another Fat Orange Cat, which was the Pumpkin Pie Latte, which was right here.
Yep.
I had a 40.
Was that your highest one so far? Out
So,
of 3?
no. The Pumpkin Patch, I had a 42.
Oh, well, I had a 36.
And that actually was the beer that we had the biggest difference
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, number 4 was Big Muddy, which is this one right here. This actually was number 1
For me.
both of us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Actually, I had a 43.
44.
And he had a 44.
44.
So, yeah.
Here we go.
So, we were pretty close on that one. Number 5, we had Prairie Pumpkin Pie Treat, which is hiding right. It's behind the Big Muddy bottle. There you go. Right there. Yep. So I had a 35.
What was that number?
You also had a 30. You had a 35.
We
yeah.
tied.
So that was the only one we had the same number on for the.
They were all very similar, though.
Yeah, there was a lot that were
of
within 1 or
similarities.
2. Yeah. That was the only one that we actually matched on, though.
Yeah.
Besides, again, the Fat
we
Orange,
thought was
the
the
Spice
best one.
Latte,
Yeah.
which was the biggest difference.
Yeah.
Number 6 was the Atomic Pumpkin. That guy. Sorry, I was pointing to the wrong
The
spot.
lowest rated beer.
This was literally the lowest rated beer for both of us. I was the high at 24,
At 22.
and he had 22.
Don't buy
And
it.
again, it's
Do
out
not
of
buy it.
It's out of 50. So number 7, we had Left Hand Brewing Company's Pumpkin Pie or Pumpkin Spice Latte, which is going to be.
Oh, that's this
that
can.
it's the.
Right, Sean, you
the-
can't quite see
yep.
the label. Hold on.
He turned it the wrong way. There you go. And then we'll turn that one back that
There
way.
we go.
So we both really enjoyed the color appearance and smell
Yeah,
and everything.
But the flavor was just not there.
The flavor wasn't there. I rated it at a 37.
Number 7, right? 36.
Yes.
36.
So moving forward, number 8. This is when we started having all our glitches and stuff like that.
Little technical difficulties.
Yes. So this was Fields of Fall from Timber Ales, I believe it was. Yes, Timber Ales. Fields
Which
of Fall, which is at 12%.
Kind of been one of my favorite ones so far. This guy with the pumpkin patch.
Yes.
As it were.
So I rated that as a 38.
I got a solid 40.
Yes.
Solid 40. It's what I'm currently enjoying.
Yes, and I still have a little bit of that myself.
No,
as
you
well.
got the prairie.
I have something. We forgot what got poured into this one.
It's been a long day.
So moving forward, number 9, we had the Forbidden Pumpkin, which was this can right here. Again, we thought the names of these two got confused. They are accurate, but we felt like the name should have been switched. I had a 34 on that one.
33.
33. So yeah,
Similar.
I feel like I went higher on a lot of these than you did.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, like we didn't look at it too closely, but it might be about a 50-50.
Yeah.
If I really think about it.
Yeah.
So moving forward, Brooklyn, which was kind of one that we actually really enjoyed, which was it was the Brooklyn Post Road, which is actually this one up here. Don't let it being sitting on top confuse you with it being our most favorite, because it wasn't our most favorite.
No, but it was very
very solid.
It was
so
enjoyable.
I had it at a 34.
37.
And so there was a 3-point difference there.
Yeah.
Not our biggest difference of the day, but it was very solid. Moving forward, I feel like this was probably one of our least favorites of the day, and that was the Yeti, Pumpkin Spice Yeti.
Which is too bad because it's the largest can.
It is the largest can, so yeah. Unfortunately, that might be a bit of a drain pour. Sorry, Divide.
Sorry, Great Divide.
Yeah. So I had that as a 37.
35.
35. So
35.
we had a 2-point difference there. Moving forward, we had Prairies. Marty, this was one that we were probably the most excited about, which was that one.
Which
it was
is what
also
he's drinking.
It was the highest ABV as well that we had on any one of them.
And
coming
not
in
my
at
highest rated beer though.
13.9%. I had 37 on it.
38.
38. It didn't even rate in our top 3 for either of us. Following that, we had Unita's Pumpkin Ale. This was actually kind of a
slammer.
It was a good one, yeah.
Good.
And that's right here in the middle here. Again, you need it out of.
Wait, no.
I pointed to the right spot. Yeah, based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. I had it as a 36. And you had it as
38.
38. So didn't get a high numbers, not in our top 3, but still very solid.
Yeah, not bad.
Percent. Our last one,
shockingly,
my
number 2.
not my number 2, but it was Sam Adams. Sorry,
no, you pointed the wrong one.
Sorry, I'm a little rusty with video stuff. So we had Sam Adams Jacko, which came in at 38 for me.
Short for Jack O'Brien, I do believe.
Okay.
41.
He's like moving on. 41. So again, our number 1 beer obviously was Big Muddy. Where did we put that one? Is that this one right here? Yep. So Big Muddy ended up being our number 1. My number 2 was Fat Orange Cat's Pumpkin Patch, which was this guy right here, where Connor's number 2 was
Sam Adams.
Was Jacko, right?
Jack O'Brien.
So we had Jack O'Brien. There's my Fat Orange Cat. There's still as well. Number 3 for Connor
I had a tie.
You did have a 2-way tie for number 3, both coming in at 40 points. You had Fields of Fall and Fat Orange Cat's Pumpkin Patch. Sorry, my number 2 was the Pumpkin Patch, and so his number 3 was Pumpkin Patch. But then, what did I say? Your other number 3 was, which was the latte, which is the one all the way down here, hiding underneath,
Fields of Fall.
And then the other one was Fields of Fall. Yes. And then my number 3 came in at, mine was the Fat Orange Cat
His number
Spice.
3 came in at number 3.
Yes. So I think we cleared all the mud on that one, right?
Yeah, we did.
And obviously the one that came in last for both of us was the Atomic Pumpkin Spice.
Don't. If your friends buy it, they're not your friends.
Yeah, and that was...
If they tell you it's good, they don't have taste.
The lowest rated one for both of us.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Didn't even get 30 points. I don't think we had anything that got...
I feel like I was being generous with my 22.
That low. Yeah. I mean, you got to figure that's literally under 50% of the 50 points for our judging of 50 points. So this was a great video. I enjoyed it.
That was fun, man.
Yeah.
We had a good time. I hope you had a good time watching us.
Yes. So please
idiots.
Be sure to like and subscribe. This being our first video for the YouTube channel, make sure you hit all the buttons down and somewhere along this row. Share us with your friends, please. And obviously, we will be doing clips of portions of this as well for reels on Instagram and Facebook and all the things.
Not on Threads though.
Nah, we don't need to do Threads.
Yeah,
It's fine.
no.
I mean, I have a Threads, but not really on it. We're obviously looking for that engagement on the Instagram and Facebook, and with this video, YouTube.
Now YouTube.
Yes. So
We're on
good
YouTube,
job, buddy.
Man. We did it.
Let's find something here. Ooh,
What do we want to?
Let's finish off with
let's go for it.
Let's pour that big money one just as a.
That's a good beer, man.
It was a solid beer. There you are, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I've enjoyed.
Whoa.
Whoa! Oh, did I pour? I poured too much. Sorry, I poured too much. My bad.
For himself, not for me. Son of a bitch.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Clank.
Clank.
Clunk.
It still tastes pretty damn good.
Even after it's been warmed up, we've been doing stuff for a little while now. It's solid.
That's a dessert beer.
Yes, I'm not mad at that at all. Not something I would go. It's still none of these are something that I would just
one and dones,
actively go out and pursue.
Duns.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of these, unfortunately, are going to be going down the drain. And so please make sure you watch this video.
I'll give you some cash.
You're fine. Make sure you go watch this video because obviously the more engagement we get, the more
likely
likely
we can
do stuff like this and not be putting money out of our pocket. So please make sure you like, subscribe. If we can pull this video up to 1 million views.
Don't forget to click that bell for notifications.
Obviously, watches lots of YouTube videos.
In the area.
I watch a fair amount of YouTube videos as well.
Me too.
So please make sure you go follow us on the YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
We're Poor Decisions.
Poor Decisions.
I'm Connor. He's Brian.
Logo in here.
Insert logo.
Insert logo. Obviously, we'll be linking everything down below as well for our Instagram, Facebook, and Buzzsprout link. Because Buzzsprout will then... There you go. Buzzsprout will take you straight to any of the podcast directories that you listen to.
Damn right.
Thank you, everybody, and cheers. We already finished that one.
See you on the next one.
Grab a beer and drink it. Not this can. Grab anything but that one. Just drink out of the bottle. It's fine.
Oh, fuck.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers. Let's do it again.
Whew. All right. Cheers.
Peace out.